shortening our sessions because of the cold was really something we wanted to end, and each of our wetsuits were therefore designed without compromise. Every centimetre of seams, every material, every piece of reinforcement, every detail and every component is the fruit of long and meticulous work, which definitely brings an end to frozen and frustrated sessions. In our design, we do not just use the elasticity of neoprene to adapt to your body. The shape of the wetsuit has been developed to naturally fit the human body, so the neoprene flexibility is used only when you move. Freedom of movement and comfort are significantly increased compared to classic wetsuits. Surf is practiced on the stomach, back arched, shoulders and head back. Kitesurfing and SUP are practiced standing, back straight, arms forward, head straight. Because we are kite surfers and SUPers, not surfers, our suits are the first to be designed specifically for the practice of our sports. Manera wetsuits are directly designed on a model in this specific position for a much more natural feeling while riding. What we call neoprene is actually composed of 3 layers, including a middle neoprene foam with jerseys on each side. We use our exclusive triplex neoprene, which we have developed into 2 versions depending on your needs, the Magma and the Extend. The triplex Magma is clearly designed to be warm. The Magma interior fleece works as an insulator, enclosing the heat produced by the body in its thousands of small loops. This creates a barrier against external cold and restores the heat accumulated during your every movement back to you. The Triplex Extend offers unparalleled freedom of movement. The Extend has a lightweight and extremely flexible jersey interior. Less warm than the Magma, it is perfect for riders who need a lot of freedom of movement. Both triplex systems use the same layer of internal neoprene foam, the N-foam. As the most recent neoprene technology, this foam is part of the latest generation of flexible and insulating materials. Not only does its internal composition make it the most flexible foam on the market, it also has more of a quilted touch that creates more comfort. Finally, its record number of internal air bubbles function as insulators to create a barrier against the cold. In short, a similar thickness, N-foam, insulates better than conventional neoprene. The cold is no longer an excuse for missing a session. We equipped our wetsuits with technologies adapted to kiteboarding. The water strainer is a perforated neoprene panel located at the ankles that allows water that gets inside to flow out. The ceiling prints function as barriers against water entry by stiffening the entrance at the legs and wrists. When kiting, the back is clearly the area most exposed to the wind. The back of our wetsuits, therefore, features a honeycomb mesh panel. The air cylinders inside the material retain body heat, while the waterproof and resistant outer layer blocks the chilling effects of the wind. It's easy to get lost when it comes to wetsuit thicknesses: 5mm, 5/4, 3mm, 5/4mm, 5/3mm, and information is often vague or non-existent. The thermal comfort of a 5/4-3mm wetsuit is very different whether the 5mm panels make up for 10% or 40% of your suit. When you buy a Manera wetsuit, we want you to know what you're ordering. When we say 5/4-3mm, we guarantee that the product is built with more than 50% of 5mm thick neoprene, and this applies to all thicknesses. The SD square tape seam represents the best balance between flexibility, durability, and waterproofness. The neoprene panels are first sealed together and then sewn with blind stitches. The needle does not entirely pass through the neoprene layer for a reduced permeability. It's all topped with a sealed tape on the inside, the SD square tape. The sewing is therefore 100% waterproof and durability is considerably increased while keeping the best possible flexibility. The back of the knees is an area that requires specific care. The back knee emboss helps the triplex to bend more naturally for greater comfort during flexion of the knees. Hangers can often damage and deform the shoulders of your wetsuit, which is a critical area. The hanger tolerance print strategically reinforces the area and thereby protects the neoprene, preserving the original design.